All right, Kayleen, tell us what you have in store for us today.
So, special treat, we had done a full vlog tour, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, all about Colorado Springs. It's a longer video. Lori had done it, one of our first videos she had ever done, and did it with a selfie stick and, great information there. But we just felt that it was time to elevate our full vlog tour. So, what we are doing today, we are taking you all the way from Monument to the west side of Colorado Springs, going down to Broadmoor Bluffs, up through, and what we are going to do in this full vlog tour, it's going to be a little bit of us driving, about a minute to 2 minutes in each area. We'll be telling you about the area, the lifestyle, the neighborhoods. We're going to show you a house in the neighborhood, something that you can be expecting. And then we are also going to be back in the studio and showing you at the studio the different schools, active listings in the MLS, and just hopefully an all-encompassing full vlog tour. It's going to be a long day for us. So where we're going to start right now is the Starbucks drive-through, because if we are going to do this for you all, we're going to need lots of caffeine. So
Kayleen's got her tennis shoes on.
I got my running shoes on today too,
just for you guys.
Let's go.
What are we doing with this on our screen?
You are going to want to stay tuned to the very end, because we are going to tell you what we're most excited about here in Colorado Springs, and I think it's going to actually transform our community.
It really will.
I'm really excited about it.
I think so, and I'm most excited about just the use of this new
It's going to be amazing. I'm so
piece
excited.
to Colorado Springs. So stay tuned. We're going to tell you all about it
to the end. So.
You have to watch.
All right, so we are here today in Monument. I'm talking all about lifestyle today. So this is a good place to start, the Starbucks drive-through. There's 2 or 3 here in the area. But what you probably can hear is Baptist Road right behind me. Baptist Road is one of the main streets that come off of I-25, which is about a mile up the road there, that hits all the way north and south to I-25, up to Denver, to all the way down to Pueblo and beyond. But lifestyle here, you have a lot of development right here. You're gonna have your YMCAs, you're gonna have your Home Depots, you're gonna have your King Supers, and a lot of restaurants that pop up right around here, and then one exit north on Highway 105. Great area to live, great schools. We're going to show you a little bit more about this area.
So today, when we are in these neighborhoods, different areas, I'm going to be telling you all about the homes, the style of homes, age of homes in each area. So we are starting off here, Monument. I am in Jackson Creek, and I told Lori we have to show him the shot. So what I love about Jackson Creek is they're all a little bit newer homes. They're around 2011. These homes are big homes, so anywhere from about 3,200 square feet to almost 5,000 square feet. The pricing of the homes is anywhere from about mid 600s until mid 800,000s. Some of these homes, if you are on the edge that back up to some of the mountains, you can have some incredible views. There is an HOA, I pulled it up here, it's $34 a month, and taxes here in Jackson Creek Parkway are about $3,500 annually. So I'm going to let Lori walk you through and show you a few of these Jackson Creek style homes. Again, $650 to $850 in general for this area.
Okay, we are jumping back into our studio, and we want to come on here and show you kind of an overall section of the area that we are talking about and specifics as far as lifestyle and what an area has to offer.
So we are talking to you right now about Monument. We're laughing because we're like so close together for this segment, but we love each other just for you guys because we want to do a couple of these segments together. So here we are in all of our glory, showing you Monument. So Monument is technically not in Colorado Springs, so go ahead and comment on below that. Comment on that. That's probably what we'll get. But a lot of our clients love Monument for a variety of different factors.
It literally goes from North Monument into Glen Eagle directly, like literally across Baptist Road. You are now in Monument. So it's really seamless. So that's why we say it's part of Colorado Springs. So with that being said, we want to jump over to our map, and Lori can navigate around and show you what we're talking about.
All right, let's go. Put us in a little picture in the side so you guys, we want you to still see us. We're sitting real close together. But, oh, that's our Colorado sign. Focusing in on Monument. So I just want to kind of zoom out and show you that, you know, this is Briargate, Colorado Springs. Downtown is way down here. So it's way up here. Probably, what would you say from downtown Colorado Springs?
30.
I just did the drive this morning. I dropped my daughter off.
25, 30 minutes into Monument proper. So there's like 2 or 3 off-ramps off of I-25 that you really take to get to Baptist, or to Monument, excuse me. The first one of those is Baptist Road. Now, a lot of the shopping, why don't you show them where, like, the shopping is? Obviously, look, it shows King Soopers.
King Soopers right here. There's not a ton of, like, what do you have? You have your Home Depots.
You have a Texas Roadhouse.
You do have a Texas Roadhouse. You have Pikes Peak Brewing.
If you go into the little town of Monument, which is right over here, there are a few more like mom and pop boutiques and bakeries, and there's a really cool Mexican food place. But all of this green area is national forest, so it's like real estate is limited. And even in the arena of commercial, because there's just not a whole lot of land. There is a lot of hiking, biking, space to explore in Monument.
I think what's interesting about Monument, great school district, but there's a lot of different areas of town. So when you reach out to us, like, think about how different these areas are. So you have Woodmore, which is super unique.
In the trees.
In the trees. You have King's Deer on a golf course, 2, like, kind of more in the open, I would say, but 2-acre lots. You have Sanctuary Point, a little more mitigated in the trees. Then you have Forest Lakes. You have Jackson Creek with more of a classic neighborhood. You have some townhomes scattered throughout there. I mean, all those different areas pull totally different feels.
So I was even on a phone call last night with a new client. I was on the phone
back to
call.
big screen.
We're going on back on the screen.
Okay.
I was on the phone call with a client last night, and they, because of what we had shared about Monument, they were like, "We totally are zoning in. That's probably our number one." But is the weather worse in Monument?
More snow.
The truth is yes.
A little bit. I mean,
a
not
little
enough
bit.
to make a difference.
I would say
there.
in this when it's snowing, yes, it seems to come down and hit Monument first, and then it'll go through to Colorado Springs. But definitely maybe a little bit more snow, and if you're in the trees like in Woodmore, it may linger a little bit longer, but it's kind of a trade-off because you're right by the mountains.
But we have videos on all these different sections. I'm going to show you a home in Woodmore. We have a full video on Woodmore. We also have a full video on Forest Lakes. So we have a full video on Sanctuary Point. And we also have highlighted King's Deer previously as well. So right now I'm going to hop on and show you I saw this yesterday with a client. One of the favorites that we have seen in this area, but look at that setting in
850,000
850. Homes vary from the 700s to 8 to 9.
It looks so patriotic.
I know, those weren't up yesterday.
Let me see the inside.
Okay. So 3-car garage.
Oh,
nice.
cool patio.
It's 0.7 acres. Nice little patio.
Okay, so a little dated, but good bones.
A little dated, but I mean, the flooring was really well. This actually area looks a little bigger than it actually. They have 2 separate sitting rooms, but we talked about how you could configure that to like one large sitting area. But some of these homes, like when I was looking at other options for them, they are even a little bit more dated than this. But like that kitchen, to me, they wouldn't have to do anything to that kitchen.
No.
That is move-in ready to me. I mean, you could make some personal adjustments as you wanted to, but
it looks like 2 different types of flooring.
Gas stove, like had a large walk-in pantry.
And I would say in general,
separate dining.
Homes like in Woodmore are a little bit not cookie cutter, whereas if you go over to Forest Lakes or some of those newer build areas, it's more
model that they rebuilt over and over again a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, just a lot of character. This is a bedroom upstairs over the garage. but you can see there's some things that maybe they want to tackle as they go, but definitely move-in ready home. I think the part that they loved, if I can get to the back.
Almost an acre.
Yeah, I mean, this is a setting that they loved. Like, that is gorgeous. Their kids can go out and build tree houses or go catch frogs. I don't know. But great option here. So we're going to continue on. We're going to continue on with our vlog of the entire Colorado Springs area. Let's go.
Lifestyle in the West Side. You get a whole bunch of different things all in one. What people love about the West Side, we actually have clients who will only look at homes on the West Side because they like the quaint feel of the West Side. We are here right now at Olive Cafe. Is it Oliver or Olive?
Oliver's Bakery.
Oliver's Bakery. So Kayleen loves this place. So just kind of quaint, unique mom and pop shops throughout the West Side. And as you can see, the bluffs are going to be right there as well. But the thing that I love about the West Side as well is, one, is you're close to like Ute Valley Park. People will get on their bikes, head to those trails. You can see someone actually, as we're filming, if Kaylin will see right here, we don't script this out that much, but there are people biking and hiking and taking advantage of the outdoors all over in this area. Quick, easy access to those mountains that are right there as well. But also important is you are close to like your Trader Joe's and your Costco's, all in this area, and quick, easy access to I-25 right here on the West Side. Let's go show on the West Side, Kayleen.
So I'm here talking to you about the homes that you're going to find over in the West Side. So these homes behind me are perfect examples of homes that you're going to find over here on the West Side in the $500,000-$600,000 price range. So a lot of these homes were built in the 70s. It's very hard to find a home that is not a tri-level or a bi-level home. So if you need to know what that is, just go ahead and reach out to us. We'll explain what they are. A lot of these homes, though, there's just a sense of community here on the West Side. There's pride of ownership. And so a lot of these homes, even though they're older, they have been renovated. They have been worked on. You'll have mature landscaping. You'll see all the different ponderosa pines. And what I want to focus on is people love the West Side because of the lifestyle that it lends. Right here behind me, over here on the West Side, directly across the street, is one of the parks in this area. It's called Discovery Park, but you can literally hop on bikes, do mountain biking right outside your front door. There is parks scattered throughout the entire West Side, trails, hiking trails, and you are literally situated at the foothills of Pikes Peak, and it just screams Colorado Springs here on the West Side.
So welcome back to the studio. I hope you enjoyed Monument, and now we are moving on to another area that a lot of people request when we're talking to you on the phone. It is the West Side of Colorado Springs. So a lot of people are drawn to this area specifically for lifestyle. If they're moving to the Colorado Springs area and want trails for hiking, biking, running right out their back door, this could be the area just for them or you. So West Side of Colorado Springs, very few and far new builds in between, but there's a very eclectic assortment of different types of homes, and I'm going to bring you over to the MLS on my map to show you just how eclectic it truly is. Okay, so now that I have my map in front of me, I wanted to point out, first thing, West Side, I am talking about this west side of I-25. Down here you get into Old Colorado City, so I really want to stay north of Fillmore, kind of right in here. Right off the bat, and I kept it zoomed out this far, I want to show you that there's definitely less homes for sale over in this west area of Colorado Springs, simply because you're at the foothill of the mountain. So if I zoom in here, I'm telling you that it's kind of an eclectic area. There's definitely different price points. There is actually a lot of homes in the affordable category because there's a lot of townhomes, condominiums over here. Here is one. Let's just go ahead and pull it up. $254,000, which is a very affordable option for the Colorado Springs area. You'll be looking at, condominium living. This one for sure needs a little bit of updating. But as far as investment and lifestyle, just being on the west side, you'll be able to truly enjoy that Colorado lifestyle and be able to make a great real estate investment while living there. If I come up this Woodman Road, this little section right here is Peregrine. One thing about Peregrine, you're going to want anywhere, here's one at $600,000. Typically, you're looking $750,000 plus to get into this area. As you will see, Woodman kind of comes over here, dead ends over by Blodgett's Peak, and wraps back around to this Mountain Shadows area. But let's click through one of these homes here. Sometimes you will have a yard, sometimes it'll be cliffside. This one actually happens to be a little bit of a townhome, so I want to go to a traditional home. This is at $875,000. Your taxes are $2,760 annually. But a lot of homes will have incredible views, just like this picture is showing, of that Blodgett's Peak and the mountains. Homes tend to be pretty well kept in this area. They all have lots of character. One other section I wanted to point out while we're talking west side is right over here, kind of south of Rockrimmon, and you'll see this green open space. Over here, this is Golden Hills. Or Rockrimmon, and a lot of these homes will be tri-level, bi-level homes. This one happens to be built in 1980. A lot of them are right around that price point, time frame. Price point here, $530,000. So definitely on the affordable end of Colorado Springs. They tend to be on a little bit of larger lots. And this home, if you can tell from the pictures, definitely looks like there has been some renovations done. I want to click through to try to get to a backyard to try to show you all what to expect. And this is very typical backyard area over in this Rockrimmon West Side living.
All right, we're taking a little detour from our road trip, and I want to show you Old Colorado City and Manitou. So if you are thinking of moving to the Colorado Springs area, you have probably looked at a map and you've seen Old Colorado City, and then you've seen, Colorado Springs, then you see Old Colorado City and you see Manitou. What's the difference? They're kind of like little suburbs, I guess, of Colorado Springs. So I want to show you what that area looks like real quick, since we're not going to actually get out on the streets in that area, but an option a lot of our clients do love. So let's go take a look at what that looks like. All right, as you can see here, this is a drone footage of the area. You can see they have a main strip, so the main road kind of goes through it. You have restaurants on one side and restaurants and little boutiques intermixed throughout that street, and then you have homes that surround this area, built into those bluffs. All the homes are unique, very different, a little bit older homes. This is a more historic area of town, and I want to kind of show you a couple homes as well. So once I get out of this little thing, I wanted to pop up. I have a couple homes that I wanted to show you. So this one, first one, is a classic home in the area that's kind of built into those bluffs. You can see that front range behind you, gorgeous setting. So you do have a little more privacy in some of these locations as well. And these are not master plan communities. These are unique homes. A lot of them, like I said, built into that hillside. So we do look a lot at structural when we look at these homes, make sure they're structurally sound as well. But you have a lot of that Colorado living, indoor, outdoor, a lot of natural light in a lot of these homes as well. The wood beams brought through in that Colorado lifestyle. This home, again, sits at, currently was built in 1985, and price point is currently active at $850. So there are multi-million-dollar homes. This is probably a middle range home, but I also wanted to show you a price point. If you're like, Lori, I don't have that type of money, here is the cheapest one I could find at $289. So showing you the extremes here. It is just like a little teeny 600 square foot home, small kitchen, but great lifestyle. A lot of new people to the area, sometimes young professionals, retirement, depending upon that lifestyle, want to live in this area, so you can access that lifestyle walking to your coffee shop and just taking advantage of those outdoors right outside your backyard. Right outside your backyard. So let's go take a look. We're going to continue on our road trip. Let's go.
So what I love about Broadmoor Bluffs lifestyle, and what our clients love about it, is all the unique homes, as you can see, but lifestyle wise, it is, if I had to pick words to describe this place, I would say quiet. If you want to listen, like you can hear a car come by every once in a while, but you have a lot of natural wildlife here. You're a little more secluded. You have larger lots. You can see the hills you walk up and down. You'll see people walking all the time in this area, but you better be in shape because there are a lot of hills. These are not master plan communities. You can see you have the city lights, if Kayleen can pan out that way. A lot of your classic Colorado lifestyle, as you can see there as well. But then as we go up this way a little bit, behind us, or right in front of us, I should say, is a gated main level living community with those Cheyenne Mountain bluffs right behind it. Now, when you're thinking about eating out here and what that looks like, you're going to take advantage of the unique restaurants downtown or maybe closer to the Broadmoor. There's also a lot of golfing here. You can take advantage of the Broadmoor Golf Course or the Cheyenne Mountain Resort. So a more established neighborhood, great school districts. We're going to highlight that also in the studio and talk about how this is a smaller district here, a close-knit community here in the Broadmoor Bluffs area.
So full vlog tour, we are here in the Broadmoor Bluffs area. So it's called Broadmoor Bluffs because you literally sit at the foothills of the NORAD mountain and the bluffs. So a lot of these homes, it's kind of a melting pot. Anything built from the 80s to even a pocket of brand new build homes. So there is an HOA. What I will point out is that this area, there's a lot of tall ponderosa pines. We have a lot of scrub oak. It's mature landscaping. These homes are filled with lots of different characters. You can have a 2-story home. You can have a walkout basement. We even see ranches, raised ranch homes. Taxes are a little bit higher. They're probably around just under $3,000 a year. What a lot of people wind up finding, a lot of these homes will have a steeper driveway, or their backyard will be more natural landscaping, not a traditional yard. Some of these homes even have shared driveways to where they split off, so there's easements involved when you're buying and selling a home, just figuring out what's in place already. So just wanted to show you some of the homes in Broadmoor Bluffs. Really, they're atypical. There's lots of different character. But Broadmoor Bluffs, people love it here because it's secluded. It's definitely your Colorado lifestyle. And if you want a home with character, this may be a great place to start looking.
Welcome back to the studio. We just got done showing you the Broadmoor Bluffs street views and this little bit of the lifestyle. I want to hop on my computer and just kind of give you some more information about that area real quick. So I have some great drone footage that you are going to want to see. It's spectacular. Hey everyone, I want to stop real quick. Make sure you drop these numbers into your phone. Again, we are your top real estate team here, the original YouTubers here. We make these videos just for you so you know what it's like to live here. We help people make that move daily. We're good at what we do. We would love to help you, so drop those numbers in your phone. So this was in the fall. You can see the falls in Colorado Springs are just kind of interesting. We don't have a ton of red trees. You can see little pops of orange and red throughout this, but you have a lot of yellow with those aspens. And you can see also those evergreens that sit because of the mountains that reside right there as well. But the Broadmoor Broadmoor Bluffs area. So you have the Broadmoor, the old historic hotel that sits right in that area, PGA golf course, old historic homes with so much character, a little more flat around that Broadmoor. And then you get over to Cheyenne, that NORAD mountain. You'll see a lot of antennas that stick out of this mountain here. Which there used to be a military base inside that mountain. So it kind of is a staple for that area. But in that Broadmoor Bluffs area, you'll have a lot of rolling hills. Right now you are seeing the Broadmoor. A little bit more, like I said, rolling hills. Homes are built into those bluffs. You are talking a little bit more to live in these areas because, again, look at those views. They are amazing. So I would say starting price point for this area is in the mid 700s and all the way up to multi-million dollars, especially around that Broadmoor area. Beautiful Colorado homes, great outdoor living. So that's just a little stop I want to take and show you this drone footage. You'll obviously see some more overlaid as we are going through this area, but great option. Our clients really zone in on this area. Great school district as well, smaller school district, but it pulls those good numbers as far as you look at greatschools.com as well. So let's get back to our road trip.
Kayleen, where are you going to take us to now on our road trip vlog tour of Colorado Springs?
We are heading from Broadmoor Bluffs directly to downtown. So I know we have full videos on downtown, but we have to highlight some of these bungalows as some of our favorite places.
And if you watch any of our other videos, you will see Kayleen is already buckled up, so our car does not make the beeping sound that Kayleen needs to buckle up, which happens frequently.
Let's go, get in.
Downtown Colorado Springs living is part of my favorite parts of living in Colorado Springs. We are a small, quaint downtown. So when you live down in this area, you can bike, you can take scooters, you can walk to a lot of these cute little quaint restaurants. Over here, you saw that patio. People are sitting outside at the Wild Goose Meeting House. You have little bars and restaurants. This whole street of Tejon. A lot of people call it Tejon when you get here, but it is Tejon. And you have Colorado College down here, so that brings in that college town lifestyle a little bit here. But pros and cons of living in Colorado Springs versus Denver is the fact that this is a smaller area. You can bring your kids down here and walk, like real cute, quaint. And we're going to go down this way a little bit, and we are going to see all the shops you have. You have a little toy store, you have restaurants, so much to offer here in Colorado Springs that you can take advantage of. You have parks, you have Acacia Park down there with a playground, a full-on water park. Great community that you can take advantage of if you live here in the downtown Colorado Springs area. But right now, I want Kayleen to come take a look here. We are going to do, and we need your opinion. Kayleen and I are fighting about one of the best flavors here in Colorado Springs. We need your help. Let's go take a look.
So again, I get to talk to you about houses in these areas that we love. So downtown Colorado Springs is definitely a unique place to where we can find single family homes, income producing properties, properties that may be zoned commercial and residential all in one. These homes are filled with character. So obviously no HOA. You can paint your house green if you wish. You can paint your house pink if you wish. There's anything from a Victorian style home to a craftsman style home. There's even like little cottages, bungalows, my favorite. A lot of these homes have alleyways in the back, and they also have front porches for front porch living. You are literally in walking distance to restaurants, breweries at your disposal. And I don't know if Lori will be able to capture it on video, but if she turns that camera around, you are still situated at the base of these mountains. These homes, you definitely will want to be ready for a pretty intense inspection, as most of these homes were built in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Because they're historic, there's a lot of moving parts. And you'll have to be willing to go through those steps. The blue home right behind me is actually has 6 different units in one. It's listed at 1.25 million, But if you really think of how much income that can produce right here, downtown Colorado Springs, it may be a great fit.
Kaylee and I are having an argument in our close sitting stance. We want you to help solve it.
So I'm going to give you a visual for this argument.
This is a home we just showed, and we're having a debate. Do clients prefer a white cabinet now in a new home or existing home, or what's Kaylee?
Wood cabinetry
solid
for
wood cabinetry.
Colorado all day long.
So have us debate. We're going back and forth what people actually prefer right now.
Let's take a vote.
I say white. She says solid wood, right?
Yes. But I
Drop
mean,
your comment below.
wood tone. It
wood
has
tone.
to be tasteful. Yeah.
Okay.
So drop a comment. Who's gonna win?
Not those yellow oak thingies.
No.
Yellow oak, but more of a classic solid.
Yeah, or
beautiful
like
oak.
your white oak cabinetry.
See, you're
beautiful
putting in my white.
Colorado.
Okay. Drop your comment below. Wood cabinets or solid wood or white. Vote below.
So we have a heavy debate going.
It's real heavy, guys, real heavy here.
About what? So we are going to a fun little place downtown here, Colorado Springs, called Josh and John's. If you come here in the evening right now, there's a line out the door and around this corner, but Josh and John's is a homemade ice cream. They have several locations here in Colorado Springs, but we're going to go in. We have a debate going on what the better flavor is. If I could, we're walking up here, this door's open, this is Josh and John's. You can smell like the cinnamon or something from their homemade cones. They have all homemade flavors, but Lori and I want you to help us choose what flavor is the best.
All right, let's get settled the debate. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? You guys have to comment below too. Our choices are going to be
What are you going to pick?
I think the best flavor here is going to be the cookies and cream. That's what I would go with.
I would go
you
with
go
the
with?
salted peanut butter cup.
All right, we're going to order one of each. Comment below. I guess you can wait till after you see what they look like. Would you prefer
And check this out.
cookies and cream? Or
They have
salted
to
peanut butter
go
cup?
ice cream sandwiches. You can get pints on the go if you're staying at an Airbnb. Just want to take something back to the room. There's little ice cream
Birthday
cakes to
cakes.
go and other little treats if you are
You
not.
need some whipped cream to go with your ice cream.
Or
as
root
well.
beer.
Yeah, or root beer. Yeah, that's true. All right, let's look at it. We can. All right, you guys, so Kaylee ran to the restroom. As you know, we're voting, so vote for mine. Cookies and cream. Do it. Drop your comment below. You know cookies and cream is the best.
So it's noon, so it's okay that we're doing this little challenge because it's officially lunchtime, right?
It is officially lunchtime. Like the other day when we did our Why We Still Love Colorado, it was like 11 o'clock and Kaylee and I were ordering like a drink. Trying to show you what our
I
favorite
did kind
drinks.
of
And I was
feel
like,
a little guilty
it's only
for that
11,
one.
but as they always say, the classic cliche is always 5 o'clock somewhere. So we are trying our ice cream here.
Okay.
Mine is cookies and cream. Yours is salted peanut butter?
Salted peanut butter. And the reason why I love it is that you get that little bit of savory. It's still sweet. Come on, it's peanut butter cup, but
Mine is
you have a little bit of
chocolate
salt.
with Oreo.
See, and I'm not a chocolate lover. I love, but Josh and John's, I can't even tell you the smell coming out of here. It's like better than any air freshener you could buy. It's like a cinnamon waffly.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing. So you can sit out here at this fun little patio. You can just sit on the benches downtown. They have tables and chairs inside, but just a fun thing to come do if you're visiting or living down here in Colorado Springs and you're an ice cream lover.
But you can probably see as we've been sitting here, like 6 different groups of people have walked by just in these 30 seconds. So people really do take advantage of the downtown here in Colorado Springs. Great place just to come and hang out and of course have ice cream. So drop your comment below. Which one is your favorite? Again,
I know it's backwards, but this is where you got to come.
So do you want to vote for salted? Whatever.
Salted, that's number one.
Blah, she's getting. Or the amazing cookies and cream.
Of course you want peanut
Comment
butter
below.
and salt.
salty caramel.
No, salty peanut butter.
Salty peanut butter. Or the best one, cookies and cream. Drop your comment below. Make sure. We have lots of debates today. We're going to talk all about downtown.
Yeah, so we showed just a little section, and to be honest, it was a little bit more north than most of the downtown area. And downtown Colorado Springs, even though it's small and quaint, there's so many things to do and so many cool places to explore. So we have some incredible drone footage we wanted to share with you. Should we just go there?
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay, we are downtown, and Lori is flying us all around.
Flying you all around. Look at those little Jeeps and SUVs.
So if you can see the shops and look in the background, you can see that little cleared out red area. My mother-in-law was even down this last week. She goes, which one is Pikes Peak? It's that one that you see the tree line and...
Yeah,
so
I
that's
love
Pikes Peak.
our little downtown. You can see like little cafes outside. It's not huge. Let's see what else we can find for you here.
Yeah, so downtown there is a good assortment of quick restaurants to stop in at. To the left of this drone footage is Acacia Park, and during the winter times they'll have even like a little pop-up
ice skating rink. Hot cocoa, Pikes Peak lemonade right on the side here will have that. The thing we love about downtown, what we're trying to say is you can come here, ask us for a list of our favorite restaurants. As always, we'll provide that to you. A good chunk of them will be downtown, but a great lifestyle if you want to live downtown.
And I would say most downtowns are really hard to park in. Colorado Springs, it's usually just busy enough that you see other people, but you can most likely find parking on the street, or there is a couple parking areas, but it's not real hard to navigate. Another thing about Colorado Springs, and this was in our news over this last year, we've had a lot of growth, a lot of new development, and our city really has strict rules on how tall buildings can be in Colorado Springs. So I think one of the newer buildings, Luminate, was debatable. They don't want to block that view of Pikes Peak even from the downtown area. So a lot of these buildings are maybe 3-4 stories at the most. There's a couple that go a little bit higher, but our downtown is more spread out and not as tall.
Right. You can see the little bikes and the scooters you can rent from this little clip as well. Whiskey and wine, tacos. They have Denver Biscuit Company.
You definitely want our list of favorite places because there's lots to choose from down there. You can eat
a lot here in Colorado Springs, yes. I think. I mean, it's not, I don't think we're known as a foodie state or foodie area, but we definitely have a lot of options, I would say.
But you want to know where to go, contact us.
For sure. But housing-wise, downtown, people live there because they want to bike and, you know, hike to all these little places. Every home is unique. A lot of character. These homes are older. Kayleen's favorite type of home, the bungalow, resides in this area. You can have homes anywhere between maybe the 300s, maybe
all the way up
to multi-million-dollar homes, investment properties in this area. So that's a little bit about the downtown. We are going to head back onto the streets and continue with our vlog. I think we're going to Central Colorado Springs. Let's go.
Lifestyle here in Central Colorado Springs is kind of unique, and it's kind of hard to describe. I was trying to think how I would describe it to you and our clients as they zone in. There is more affordable home options here in the central part and some really good pockets. That's why it's good to have a good real estate agent as well. But lifestyle here, you can see we're at Cottonwood Creek Park, one of the main staples here in Central Colorado Springs. You can see there's a field trip going on. There's baseball fields. There's a huge park. I actually used to take my kids there when they were little. This whole expansive area right in front of us will be filled in about a couple weeks on Saturdays and Sundays throughout the week with soccer, lacrosse, flag football. Tons of kids. They're currently redoing the parking lot. You can see the mountains are right here. So you do have a lot of homes in this area that will possibly have a view depending upon the elevation. And if Kayleen can, I don't know if you can see zone in, you can see there's bikers in the back, and that's the Santa Fe Trail. Kayleen mentions that's quite a bit. You can ride that trail forever up and down the Front Range. So great lifestyle here. If you're talking about grocery stores are nearby, as well as shopping, Costco, Targets. So all within your walking, driving distance.
bringing you back to homes in central Colorado Springs. This is take two because I kept hitting the mic here. This area in particular that we are talking about is over here by Cottonwood Creek Park. These homes were built anywhere from the mid 80s to the early 2000s. Most of these homes are just under 3,000 square feet. Price point mid 450,000 to 550,000. What I will point out is that your taxes in these areas, this one in particular, is quite a bit less for taxes than if you are over in a planned community. So taxes are under 2,000 annually. These areas, this one particularly does not have an HOA. So with that being said, you will be able to park your toys in your driveways. You can paint your house pink if you would like. With that being said, your neighbor could do the exact same thing. So that's kind of could be a con if you are somebody that likes a little bit more cohesiveness in the neighborhood. I love this area because you're super close to the Santa Fe Trail. We are going to actually take you down to Cottonwood Creek Park and show you a little bit about lifestyle. Just wanted to show these homes, let you know what you get. This definitely is more affordable. You are right on the border of District 20 as well. So if you just want to get your foot into the housing market here in Colorado Springs and want to choice your kids into District 20 schools, this would be a great fit.
All right, back at the studio, we just finished with downtown Colorado Springs, and I wanted to show you central Colorado Springs, which is where I live, so I can tell you all about it. So what I love most about central Colorado Springs is the fact that you are centrally located. You can head any direction and be there within a reasonable amount of time. What I wanted to also share with you is that being central, I have super easy access over to the east side of Colorado Springs, which is more of your shopping, dining, you know, your Chili's restaurants, your Old Chicago's, any of those chain type restaurants. But then as I go more towards downtown or the west side, there tends to be a little bit more of individually owned businesses and shops, which I appreciate as well. As far as aesthetics, there's a huge array of different types of homes, anywhere from, I would say, mid-70s, 60s, all the way up into some new builds, but really typically late 90s, early 2000s homes. And as far as price point, there's really a huge assortment. So I want to get on the map and show you a little bit, some teasers of maybe 3 different price points of homes in central Colorado Springs. Okay, we are over here on the map. Central Colorado Springs, even these green sections on my map are all open spaces. So even in the middle of town, you can have access to Palmer Park, Ute Valley Park. There's Flint Ridge Trail over here. So what I wanted to point out, this Academy Boulevard is kind of a major north-south road here in Colorado Springs. There are many different homes kind of along Academy Boulevard, and very typical would be a home like this. I think these homes built in 77, 80s, you will have quite a bit lower for taxes. These taxes are only $846 a year. Total price point for this home, $425,000. And even at that price point, it looks like it's been partially remodeled on the inside. So a great way to get your foot into the Colorado Springs real estate market, right along kind of Academy Boulevard. If I come up here, this is Flint Ridge Trail here, some incredible views of Colorado Springs, but what I want to show you is there are some homes in here. There's a lot of different mountains and elevations, and so even in the middle of town, if you want a view, you can find homes just like this that have incredible views and open space right in the middle of town. So this home is at $997,000. There still is some updating that you could improve on, but you are paying for an incredible location, most likely a semi-custom built home with open space and right in the center of town. One more thing I wanted to point out on my map before we go to our next area. There are also very affordable living options. Here's a home right here. Sorry, my internet's a little lagged, but $259,000. There is an HOA because it's one of those townhome communities, $200 a month. Typically, they'll take care of trash, yard maintenance, but a great way again to get your foot in the housing market here in Colorado Springs. For $259,000, that's very hard to beat even rental prices. So let's head over to our next pit stop on this full vlog tour.
Stetson Hills lifestyle. So you are on the eastern side of Powers. I wanted to pop over here right across the road from Powers up here in the northern Stetson Hills area. It's called Villa Sport. So you can see behind me, as Kayleen can show, the whole front range is still right there. But lifestyle here, you do have the athletic club and spa from Villa. You can see they have a whole kids club, and I wanted to kind of show you this way. We have two main sports and aquatic centers here outside of a planned master community. So you're talking Cordera and Wolf Ranch, Flying Horse, they have their own set pools. Some neighborhoods will as well, but a lot of people in Stetson Hills will take advantage of this Villa Sport. They have full-on water slides. Actually, my son is a lifeguard here as well. Full-on workout classes here. But one thing I love about Stetson Hills area is you have access to the Powers corridor up and down from those bases to northern Colorado Springs. And you have every single restaurant and shopping area that you would like, grocery stores, Targets, Costco's, you name it, home goods stores. And what else Kaylee and I are talking about as well is two major hospitals. You have a children's hospital close by and St. Francis as well in your backyard in Stetson Hills.
Bringing you homes here in Stetson Hills. So this area of town is very central, easy to jump on Powers to head north, to head south, but the homes themselves, so most of these homes were built in the late 90s, early 2000s. There is HOAs in some of the areas, but they are not really active, so you will definitely see homes with RVs, boats, parked in the areas. What I do love about Stetson Hills is it is affordable. You can get some incredible views from some of these homes, which I think Lori is showing right now. But if you're looking for like a ranch home that's a little bit smaller, maybe around mid 400s, this definitely is an area that you can zone in on. So what people love about Stetson Hills is its location. You're so close to really anything you need. If you're getting stationed here, maybe you're at Schriever, Peterson, easy to jump on one of the highways and jump south down there. What I will say about Stetson Hills further, most of these homes are existing. There are maybe a couple pockets with brand new builds, but most of them are existing homes. There is one area Lori and I were talking about that is a planned community called Banning Lewis Ranch. It's District 49, but the Stetson Hills area is definitely a great starting place. If you're moving to the area, you want good schools, Stetson Hills is definitely affordable and a great place to start for a home.
We're taking a pit stop back in the studio so I can show you a little bit more of the Stetson Hills area. Stetson Hills is a great place to live, District 49. A little bit more east central part of town. I'm going to show you that on a map real quick so you can get a feel for what that looks like, and then also show you it's just a kind of a sea of houses over there, tons of neighborhoods, parks, and every amenity you could want is sitting right there in that Stetson Hills area. So I'm going to actually show you what that looks like. All right, you guys, so you can see we have a huge collection of drone footage that we get just for you guys, so we know what to like to move to the area from out of state, and you want to get a feel for these areas. Some people don't even come here to visit the area before they move here. They reach out to us, we help them find a home, they trust us, thank you, and they move here. So it does help to get a feel for the areas, to see what these areas do look like. Each area is unique, so we kind of listen to what you're looking for. But this is a classic example of that area in Stetson Hills. You can see the mountains do sit here to the west, but you're going to have Powers that runs north and south in that area, and you can see all the homes with trails in this area as well. And like I showed you, every amenity you're going to want. I'm going to pop over and show you the map as well. So here's Powers. So we mentioned Powers a lot in our videos. It runs north and south. So I-25 runs north and south. A little bit more east is Powers. It's not quite, it has stoplights. It's not that classic interstate that goes north and south. There are stoplights, some overpasses. But the thing that's important to note is that, here's Dublin that goes across. I can kind of zoom out a little bit, and you'll see it goes from all the way north, close to Flying Horse, south to like the bases. But along this corridor, you have Sprouts, you have your Targets, you have your Kohl's, you have movie theaters, you have hospitals, you have any type of thing you could ever want, I would say, in that area. Tons of restaurants, and then you have all the houses that sit over here. And then you will get some new builds also as well that are continuing along this this Mark Shuffle area. And we did mention the Banny Lewis Ranch. This is a planned community. We just had one of our clients go under contract there last week. Kayleen's actually headed to an inspection over there with them. But it's a planned community with the pools and parks and trails that throughout this area as well. So if you want more of that feel, that's a great option if you contact us. So we're going to head back out onto the streets and continue with our full vlog of the area.
All right, another pit stop. Didn't want you to miss out on Meridian Ranch in the Peyton Falcon area of Colorado Springs. So I'm just going to jump on over to my map. I wanted to show you a little bit about the community and also a home on the MLS so you can really see what there is to offer in Meridian Ranch. Okay, looking at our map of Colorado Springs, Meridian Ranch is located right over here where there's this 117 homes available. What I want to point out, this is Powers and Woodman. From this Powers and Woodman point, this is an 8-minute drive out until Falcon. So one nice thing about Falcon or Peyton area, directly south of here is your Peterson Air Force Base. So this Highway 24 dumps you very close to get down to Schriever Peterson Air Force Bases. It also continues on down just to Central Colorado Springs. So it's not, I know the map makes it seem like it's kind of far out there. It is really not that far, about an 8-minute drive. So if I zoom in, this area in Meridian Ranch is a planned unit community. There's golf courses all around here. And then this area right over here is a lot of commercial space. You'll have your restaurants. There's a couple different shopping centers, fast food, banks, anything you really need, eye doctors, dentists. It's all along this Meridian Road and in this section. But one thing about this area, you tend to get a little bit more land. If you definitely want a little bit bigger yard, you can find that out in Falcon, Peyton area. And the home prices tend to be a little bit less, in general. I'm trying to find you a home. Let's see here. So this is at $650,000, large home and quite a bit more land than you typically see in the Colorado Springs proper area. Okay, so next thing I wanted to show you is an incredible video on the Meridian Ranch website. It just kind of shows this area. What you are looking at is the master plan community of Meridian Ranch. There is actually several different HOAs out there, several different community centers. There are many different parks and trails throughout the community itself. I think right here it's showing you one of the rec centers. There are 2 available for the community in different sections of Meridian Ranch. Some areas also offer an exclusive clubhouse for maybe only that section. You can still get incredible views of the mountains, but Meridian Ranch, if you are looking for a little bit of space, Meridian Ranch could be a really good fit. There's also a lot of new builds out this way, And so if those check some of the boxes, Meridian Ranch is definitely something you'll want to look into as far as a great place to land here in Colorado Springs.
So we're switching it up. I'm going to talk to you about lifestyle, and Lori's going to tell you about the homes. So when you come north of Stetson Hills on that east side of Powers, you're now into Wolf Ranch, Cordera, North Fork. They're these planned unit communities, and it's a very, what's the word, like groomed, manicured, they're planned communities. So you will get spaces just like this throughout the entire areas. There's pocket parks everywhere. There's a lake up this way. You'll have miles and miles of paved trails throughout these communities. And so it's very active. So what you'll experience as far as shopping goes, there's, I would say, kind of neighborhood grocery stores and neighborhood shops that you'll go to. There's many different, medical office buildings and Costco's and all of those things that kind of make life a little bit easier. One thing I want to point out as well, you're now into District 20 school districts. There are schools pretty much strategically placed throughout all of these communities for easy walking access to all of these areas. So great lifestyle. You will, because they're planned unit communities, taxes are going to be a little bit higher. I'm going to let Lori talk to you more. Oh, my friend, I forgot about him. I am going to let Lori talk to you about the houses itself. I'm just going to chill here with Humpty. By the way, with that being said, I have, and maybe Lori knows the answer to this, there's Humpty Dumpty all over town, and I don't know why. Do you know why?
I don't, but we will find out the answer for you. So either you love or hate this part of town. It is a little bit more expensive. You are in Academy District 20 schools. So we have clients, when they reach out to us, some want a master plan community with all the parks developed, all the schools right in that community. And they want their housing to be a little bit newer. There are a ton of new builds in this area. So you can get an existing home or you can get a new build home. There are inventory homes that are ready, and there are ones you can do from a dirt start depending upon where you're building, and we do highlight those a lot in a lot of our other videos. Now these homes can be anywhere from 600s, mid 600s in Wolf Ranch up to Cordera. You're talking probably starting out in the 700s. You have ranches, you have 2-story homes, all pretty much around 2,000 to over 4,500 square feet. So you do have a lot of house in a lot of these areas as well. So really, when you're weighing out buying a home in this section of town, you're weighing out really the house itself. Now we can find some homes that are built upon ridges here that maybe don't have a neighbor right behind it, but I want to kind of show you the fencing in the backyard in some of these homes. If you can see, actually straight ahead, if you want to kind of look a little straight ahead, you can see that split rail fencing. I don't know if Kayleen can zoom in on that enough, which is pretty standard in these communities. You're not going to have full privacy fences. They might have smaller yard spaces, but you have all access to the parks, trails throughout this entire community that is planned for you here in this northeastern part of Colorado Springs.
Next up in the studio is Wolf Ranch, Cordera, North Fork, all of these areas. I know we always kind of bundle them together, but we do because it's the same area of town and a very similar product and lifestyle that's offered here in these areas. So Wolf Ranch and Cordera, totally honest, half the time I don't even know if I'm in Cordera or Wolf Ranch, depending on street, because if you look at a map, they're kind of intertwined together. What is super appealing about this area of town, one, you are in Academy School District 2020, which gets a lot of accolades and good reviews on many different websites. Do your own homework, check out some different websites, join some online Facebook groups, ask questions. But it's a highly talked about school district and area. So what people love about these areas is also that you have community centers, tons of trails and parks right out your front door. It is very different than the west side though, because it's a planned community, and so a lot of the trails are maybe your concrete trails versus over on the west side could be a single track dirt trail. So with that being said, I'm going to take you directly to one of these master plan communities websites, and I want to show you a couple things. So I pulled up the Wolf Ranch website here. They are actually still doing a lot of new builds in Wolf Ranch. They're continuing to develop kind of along the tree side over by the lake that's in Wolf Ranch. What I found on the Wolf Ranch website was super interesting. One of them that I wanted to point out is this Wolf Ranch resident survey. And it's literally survey results from the residents themselves, and they ask anything from, service to, the fitness center, the clubhouse, how often people use it. But check this out as a great resource if you're considering moving to one of these areas. There is a whole new development at Lakeside Heights, where they're planning on doing a brand new rec center and quite a few more homes. And you can look at this proposed master plan community on this website. Lori and I do a ton of new builds in these areas or existing homes. So we can set you up on an existing home search to see what there is as far as existing homes. If you have time or at least a little bit of time on your side, we can go down the road of looking at what there is as far as brand new builds. Do be aware that new builds, if you're leaning towards that, it's kind of its own ball game, because you want to be able to budget for fencing, landscaping, different blinds within the home. But if you have time on your side, there are definitely pros and cons to building new, if that's at all something that you are looking into. Hope this helped explain Wolf Ranch Cordera a little bit easier for you, but we are going to move on to our next pit stop in our full vlog tour.
This is classic Briargate lifestyle, and Kaylee and I always banter back and forth about shopping, fashion here in Colorado Springs. I always call it, I guess it's a pro and a con. So if you want to be casual a lot, welcome to Colorado. If you want the latest fashion, maybe a con of Colorado. We love our Patagonia. You'll see a ton of outdoor places. This is Shops at the Briargate. There's also a great park in this area. Lots to do. They're putting in a brand new Dave & Buster's. Tons of restaurants going into this location as well. This is probably one of our main shopping areas here in the Colorado Springs area. We have a couple malls, Chapel Hill and Citadel. I'm not sure anyone still goes to them. So this is probably your option for shopping. We have a great big huge Scheels, Dick's Sporting Goods, all that fun stuff. But in this area, this exemplifies Briargate living here. Great schools, great parks, lots of amenities to choose from here in Briargate. And you can see those foothills right behind me, which is why people love this area.
Welcome to Pine Creek. I'm showing you all of the homes here in Pine Creek. So I would say we are in more of the traditional lower priced section of Pine Creek. These homes start anywhere between, I don't know, $750,000 and go up to multi-million. These homes behind me, they are definitely larger square footage homes. There's a couple little areas with patio homes that don't have the larger square footage, but I would say in general, most of these homes are multiple levels and they are approaching 4,000 or 5,000 square feet. So Pine Creek, a lot of people love this area. One, you're on a golf course. Two, the location. The homes are not only incredible, they're a little bit more of a semi-custom build home. The landscaping is mature. You're close to hospitals and powers to run north or south, but the schools are definitely one of the big attractions to this area. Just the high school this year, which this can change, but they quit taking choice because they ran out of room in their high school. So Pine Creek is definitely highly sought after. You can get some incredible views with some of these homes. If you're seeking out that view with an incredible home in Pine Creek, you will be past $1 million most likely on that purchase price.
So now we're going to look at Briargate and Pine Creek. So Pine Creek kind of resides within Briargate. I'm going to show that to you on a map. Great schools in this area, Academy District 20. It depends on where you live in this area. Your kids could go to Challenger Middle School. They could go to Mountain Ridge Middle School. They could go to Timber Ridge. They could go to Chinook. So it kind of like depends upon where you're living in this area, where your kids go to school. 3 different high schools also in this area that pull in boundaries from Academy District 20. But I'm going to show you what that looks like. This is my neck of the woods. So I'm excited to highlight this one for you. So I have 3 great things to show you today about living in this area and what makes it unique. So when clients contact us, we listen to, what you want for your lifestyle to be, where you want to live, like just listen to your situation. And then Kaylee and I kind of sit and go through different areas of town and think about which one might be best for you guys and kind of set you up in a home search and kind of zone in on these areas. So 3 important things I want to look at today with you. So I'm going to hop on the computer here. First, I just want to kind of show you what this looks like from a drone angle as well. You can see some classic neighborhoods in these communities, and you can see that Front Range. This is a great new park that sits in this area as well called John Viencia, and you can see that this is Briargate that runs here. This is the Children's Hospital in the top right-hand corner of that video, and this is a splash pad, picnic areas, so planned community within that Pine Creek Briargate area. There is the Pine Creek Golf Course that sits on this area, great public course. There are homes on that golf course throughout that Pine Creek subdivision right there, and it overlooks that Pikes Peak, so it's a beautiful golf course to play. My husband loves to play at that one as well. And then I just want to kind of show you on a map a little bit what that looks like. So again, there's grocery stores. You have your Target, which is people always ask us about that one. I was showing homes this weekend, and the lady wanted that Target to be real close. So we got our home real close to that Target. This is that new Children's Hospital up here. This is that John Viencia Park I talked about. And then you have the Promenade Shops, the Briargate, which we just got done highlighting for you, or will shortly. And then their Pine Creek Golf Course resides right here. Great area of town if you need to access I-25 or this power corridor. Real quick, you can see the parks. This is a beautiful park called Rampart Park. Most people don't even know about it. You walk back in there and you see wildflowers and you overlook the entire Front Range. It's one of my favorite places to go for a walk or a hike, even anytime, even in the wintertime, it's gorgeous. So great area of town. We're going to continue on. We have one more stop on our road trip, so let's go.
All right, another pit stop.
Our last and final pit stop of the day is one we're going to highlight, one of my favorite areas. I think we say that all the time, but as you can tell, we love Colorado Springs.
Well, there's so much to do. Everything's newer. If you're vacationing, this is a great place to drop some money.
And I'm excited to show you my new thing that is coming that you guys waited for this entire video. I'm excited to show you the new development here in Colorado Springs. It's going to pull people from all over, and you're going to want to live here. So we're going to show you Northgate and Flying Horse a little bit. So I do want to start off with Flying Horse. Flying Horse is a community. It's a golf course community. A lot of our clients
While we're talking Flying Horse, you have to show the horse.
Oh, you want this one?
Yeah.
Okay, she wants the horse. I don't know how long.
So it's called Flying Horse, and there's like these bronze statues and lots of roundabouts and parks scattered throughout. It truly is the epitome of a master plan community.
More horse.
More horse, yeah. And the clubhouse here, it really is. I don't think there's any other clubhouse in Colorado Springs.
We've had clients look at like Denver, like they're like, is there anything like this in Denver? And there are obviously tons of golf courses, but to have this community within one area, that with the golf course and the clubhouse and the steakhouse, the mountains,
and you have homes anywhere from like $600,000 to right under $4 million. Flying Horse is like beautifully and meticulously maintained throughout. There's tons of parks, trails. There's one of them. My daughter was telling me they have some bluefish in that pond that you can't touch. I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe they have signs there. It's absolutely beautiful. I will say there's Flying Horse is a big area, and there's kind of different sections. What Lori's showing right now almost has a little bit of a Tuscan feel, whereas when you go up on the mountain to kind of the newer builds, it's more like mountain modern.
We can go with mountain modern. Sure.
It's not so Tuscan.
But these are like paired homes. There's gated communities. So make sure you reach out to us if you're thinking Flying Horse. Great community. But I also wanted to show you, and I have pulled up here just for you, is Northgate. I'll show you the homes first a little bit.
So Flying Horse is in the Northgate area. It's North Colorado Springs, but there is maybe 2 or 3 neighborhoods in Northgate itself. And I would say the benefit of living in Northgate versus Flying Horse is the taxes. The taxes are a lot less because you are not in that planned community. The downfall is you do not have access to the clubhouse without paying, for that initiation fee.
So good option here. And the thing about Northgate is there's tons of new stuff like we were talking about. So this is the new Top Golf that went in.
There is a trampoline jumpy place. There's also a skydiving.
Yeah,
I fly.
Tons of new
kids love that. There is our new music amphitheater that is going.
I was going to tell them. She gave away my secret. So we have talked about it before, but overlooking the Pikes Peak region,
this is going to be the view for that setting.
Are building a fabulous new music venue. I think it's going to seat like 6,000 to 8,000 people.
It's going to be amazing.
Nothing can beat with Red Rocks. If you Google the area, Red Rocks is a little bit north in Morrison. But like kind of like a Fiddler's Green, but it's going to overlook that Pikes Peak region, which I love. And
we're going to get big name
because part of the thing with Red Rocks is you can't get the musicians can't get the bigger the musicians can't get their big buses and equipment in there.
Oh yeah,
because it's built in there and steep, and so they're saying that we're going to push a lot of people to come to us here in Colorado Springs. So that's coming summer of 2024, and it's going to be right here on that Interquest area.
Well, and we're hoping to get in and do a couple updates as the construction commences.
We want a firsthand.
We're going to push our way in there to get it to you guys. So you want to subscribe so that you stay on top of all of these new great things happening to our small city that we love so much.
So thank you for staying with our vlog. Make sure you guys reach out to us. Drop those numbers into your phone. We help people do real estate all the time. After this, Kayleen's going to inspection.
Yep. You're going to go show houses.
I'm going to go show houses in Broadwater Bluffs.
And we love hearing from you guys, hearing where you come from, seeing if Colorado Springs is a good fit, and helping you navigate that entire process. We're good at it, I think, and we love our jobs.
We do everything from a $200,000 townhome all the way up to multi-million-dollar homes. We have done it all.
And we have made a really long video, so we will let you guys go.
So numbers on your phone, give us a call. It's us that you get. We'll see you guys next time.